Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Detroit Tigers franchise here on MLB The Show 20. And today we are going to start out here with Michael Fulmer's rehab start in AAA. The Toledo Mud Hens, 24-28, are taking on the Durham Bulls. They are 28-24, and Fulmer right away in the top of the first, a ball coming right off his shin for a base hit. However, he gets the strikeout of Franco. Very nice strikeout from Fulmer there. Now on the 0-2 pitch here, it's going to be a ground ball right up the middle. His second baseman just can't help him out on that play. And runner from second over to third is going to make it runners on the corners here, but he gets the nice strikeout with a low slider. So Fulmer dealing pretty well, 2 strikeouts, and then this one's going to get taken into right field. So Fulmer, unfortunately, giving up a run in his first inning back from injury. And then here a little bouncer to second. That'll get taken care of for the out at first base. So we move into Fulmer's second inning, and a nice K right there as he starts out with his third strikeout here in the second inning. And then on a 3-2 pitch, he gets the low slider again. The low slider has been working against this lineup so far. Fulmer just looking kind of dynamic since he gave up that run. Here's a nice double play to get himself out of a little bit of a jam in the top of the third. Now finishing off the top of the third with a little dribbler over to second base. A lot of ground balls and a lot of strikeouts. Not too bad. That's what we want to see from Fulmer. We want him to come up to the majors. Ivan Nova has been injured, and a couple of the other guys have been struggling. So to get him back in that rotation would be huge. Here's a little dribbler over to shortstop, and a nice throw on to first to take care of that one for the second out of the fourth. Now on a 3-0 pitch, that one looks to be in the zone, but he's going to end up with a walk here. You got to help him out, and he does on that one, as that one looked a little out, but he will get the called strike 3 on Balot. So now again, it is going to be another strikeout on Bruin. Bruin is not like the calls today, but that one was his fault swinging through. Here's a hit out into right field. That one's going to drop in front. I mean, probably could have made a play on that one and helped out, but he doesn't, and here comes the ground ball, and that'll get taken care of over to first base. Michael Fulmer, 5 strong. Now into the 6th, he gets a nice K on low there, swinging through that pitch. 7 strikeouts so far for Fulmer. 87 pitches here, and his 88th is a strikeout as well to end the top half of the 6th inning. It'd bring Fulmer out here in the 7th, and a little ground ball over to first base is going to get taken care of for out number 1. Now with a man on first base, this one lifted into right field. That is an easy out for out number 2. Runner goes back over to first. Here's Lamar. He's going to strike out on the inside, 2-seamer. And Fulmer ends the day pretty strong. But now Toledo down by 2 runs, 2-0. Got the bases loaded here with nobody out. Tag-up attempt coming from third. Throw is nowhere near it. So Toledo cutting that lead in half in the bottom of the 9th. Now with 2 outs, this one's taken into left field, and that is going to drop. Aaron Loop is going to give up the tying run. And with runners on the corners, here's Jordy Mercer. He's going to take this one into center field, and unfortunately, it is going to get caught. Daz Cameron now in the bottom of the 10th, going to broken bat this one into right field. And the attempt to come home from third base, throw is a dot, and he is out of there at the plate. So Bivens still on the mound. Travis Demerite's going to strike out on the high heat. And that'll bring us into the 11th. Another opportunity here for Toledo. It's going to be a 3-0 pitch that is just crushed by Dixon. He gets that one to bounce in and go over the wall, so it'll be a ground rule double, bringing up Jordy Mercer with a little redemption. He puts the single into center field, and in comes Dixon, and that is going to win the game for the Toledo Mud Hens. They help Michael Fulmer not take the loss on a brilliant day for Michael Fulmer, who is going to end with player of the game honors in this one. 7 strong, 9 strikeouts, an earned run, and a walk. Very nice rehab start for Michael Fulmer. So we take a look at Durham, a triple by Brosseau. That is about the best they got, a double by Lowe. Their pitching, solid all the way till it got into the deep pen, as they had to go through a lot of pitchers today. Mercer, Dixon, and Stokes with the 3 ribbies for the Mud Hens as they pick up a big win in Michael Fulmer's rehab start. Now we go into the MLB Draft, which is something I know after last episode you've all been waiting for. Richard McGowan becomes the first overall pick, the 19-year-old out of Maryland. So now we take another look here for our competitive balance pick. And this could be huge for us. There's a lot of different ways we can go. Salinas looks nice. Tommy Pace is looking even better, though. Coming born in California, we want to bring him over to Michigan, and now we'll look at our second round pick. Salinas still on the board here, so we will bring him in, scouted as an 80 potential. Hopefully a lot of these guys will pan out as we move into the third round. Corey Corbett is on the board. We don't have a lot of info on him. Pablo Oliveros, though, looking pretty nice with a 2022 call-up projection, and we do want guys that can play in the majors quickly. This is a team that isn't very good, so to get guys that can play now is important for us. Now, not a lot of scouting done on a lot of these guys. Corey Corbett looks like a raw prospect from 2023 call-up expectation, but we will bring him in regardless. And now to round 5, where we're just looking for a steal. Boone Eden might be that guy. We'll see if he is, because he's joining the squad. So now we're just going to have 1 pick left, a 6th-round pick. Kind of wish MLB The Show allowed for multiple rounds like real life, but that would probably take forever. We do need relief pitching, so Roger Madrano is a guy that we are going to bring to the squad, and that ends the draft. So now we get a look at what these players actually are, and look at Richard McGowan. That is a guy we could see extremely soon, as well as Tommy Pace. This could be an amazing outfield with those 2 guys. Anthony Salinas is not bad at all at a 58B. Pablo Oliveros, would have liked to see more potential for him, but he's a guy that could come up quickly as well. Corbett, low on the potential and the overall. It's going to take a while to get him up to the majors, but hopefully with some good training he can come up. And Boone Eden maybe has a chance to join this squad. Roger Madrano, unfortunately, looks like our worst pick, and he really was the biggest flyer that we had. So now, guys, I'm going to give you all an opportunity to become a prospect on a different team. You will not be on our team, but you can be one of these other prospects. Just follow the template in the description. If you do not follow the template, you will not be chosen. So I'm probably going to choose about 10 to 15 of you. So make sure that you follow the template to the best of your ability. So now, looking at that Oakland series, we only win 1 of the 3 games. So now we're going to do some simming here, live simming for you. A 4-game sweep on us by the White Sox. They just had a really nice week and just destroyed us in that series. So now, taking on Oakland for the 2nd time in 2 weeks. We'll take a look at this box score. A 5-3 win for us with 2 in the 8th and 1 in the 6th. So we were down 3-2 in this game, came back late. Looks like Puig, Crone, and Stort with home runs. Boyd, not his greatest outing, but not his worst either. We would lose the 2nd game 7-4 and then win 9-4 in the rubber game. So whereas we lost the last series 2-1, we win this one 2-1. Now playing Toronto, and Eddie Rosario has been dealt to the Mets. Good to see him leave our division, to be honest with you, but Steven Matz and Dominic Smith are 2 very nice young players that the Twins could use to dominate our division for a while. Unfortunately, nobody's really afraid of the Twins because they just can't beat the Yankees. So we're looking at the White Sox. This will be the 2nd time this month we play them. We'll play them 3 times this month. We will go into this game. They are 42-31 with a few really hot bats on their squad. You can see we've only got cold bats on our squad. Our leading batting average is 271 from, of course, Miguel Cabrera. Their 37-year-old star now. So Daniel Norris is going to take the mound for us in this one. He is 5-3 with a 3.80 ERA. He's been an okay pitcher, but here with runners on the corners in the top of the first against Edwin Encarnacion. And Encarnacion makes this one Encarnacion. 361 feet, 3-run blast, and Norris, just not the way you really want to start the game if you're Daniel Norris. Opposing him for the White Sox is Gio Gonzalez, a 4-6 record with a 4.57 ERA and a 1.52 whip for him. He goes up against CJ Cron, and Cron just slapping this to right, but it is out of here. He puts the power behind that one, 356. Just to the short porch, his 12th homer of the year, and at least in the first inning, we've cut into this 3-0 lead to make it 3-1. Big hit from Cron in a big spot there. We actually needed to produce some runs, and that's exactly what he does. So now Miguel Cabrera in the bottom of the fourth with 2 away. Gonna go short porch as well. Does this have the carry? It does. Miguel Cabrera with his 8th dinger of the year. Something we really like to see. I would love to see him hit like 30 home runs and retire. The only problem is, I believe in MLB The Show, if he was to have a season like that, there's no way he's going to hang him up on that season, so we'd have to deal with him next year. But he is having a very good season, a much better season than I expected him to have, to be completely honest with you. So now Yon Moncada coming up with a runner on second. He's going to hit this one into center. That's easily going to bring the fast man home from second to home. So it's 4-2 White Sox. Another one looking like it's heading towards the gap. Puig can't get there. Goes over his head. That's going to bring in a run. And the runners are just all over the bags here for the White Sox. Just 1 out in the top of the 5th. RBI double for Tim Anderson. And then Eloy Jimenez coming up. He's going to whack this one into left field. That one looked like it could have been gone, but just doesn't have the carry. But again, another fast base runner for the White Sox going to come home on the tag up. So 6-2 against Norris here, and this one is hit extremely deep, all the way to the deepest corner of the ballpark, and that is going to bring home a 6-speed player. As a matter of fact, it is going to bring home everybody. An inside the Parker against Daniel Norris, and the game just got blown open. Kelvin Herrera going to come into the game with an 8-2 lead in the bottom of the 9th. He is going to get Kristen Stewart to fly out to center field for out number 1. And then Nico Goodrum going to come up. He is going to dribble one, and that's going to get through the shift. So not a smart shift for Chicago there. They probably could have made the play if they didn't shift it. And now Jonathan Scope is going to hit one into shallow right field, which is easily caught for out number 2. And then CJ Cron trying to hit another bomb, but he's going to not really even come close to it, as that's just a bloop into left field, which will be caught, and the White Sox will get the win 8-2 in this one. Danny Mendick is going to be the player of the game, 2 for 4. He hit a blast in this one. He and Encarnacion, the 2 to hit bombs. Gio Gonzalez, very good outing for him. He went 8 strong innings, only giving up 2 runs. Cabrera and Cron hit bombs for us, but those were our only 2 runs, as they were both solo shots. So now we move along, and we're going to end up taking on the Dodgers. It is going up against Clayton Kershaw. Our ace, their ace. This could be huge, and they are just one of the better teams in this game. So make sure that you drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and can't wait to see more MLB The Show 20 content. We can build a winner together. Take care.